we are going to learn something a bit different from what we learned yesterday. And before we move forward, can somebody remind us on what we learned yesterday? Yes? Yes, very good. Constructing 120 degrees. Very good. And from our construction of yesterday, you realize that if you construct 120 degrees, the other side remains how many degrees? 30? No. Not 30. That's a good trial. Somebody else? 60 degrees. Very good. And that's why you constructed line, then somewhere at a point you had 60 degrees, and this side you had 120 degrees. Very good. Today we are going to talk about something different. Something different, and the materials that we're going to use is the one that I'm carrying in my hand, a ruler. Say a ruler. Very good. Another one, it is this one. How do we call it? Very good. A protractor. Very good. Now, I hope everybody has a geometrical set whereby I just want you to take this one. I know you are small, and this one, ruler and a protractor. Ruler, I know you have a 30 centimeters ruler or a 15 centimeters ruler. After taking it out, first of all, I want to have these small charts that I'm holding here, cutouts. This is a square cutout, a square piece of paper, another square piece of paper. If I fold this square piece of paper, and you know a square is all-sided, all sides are equal. All sides are equal. If I'm talking about all sides are equal, and if you look at this point, if you measure this point, they always meet at a right angle. They meet at a right angle. Therefore, a right angle simply means it is 90 degrees. That's what we are having here. These are the right angles. It's a right angle. They meet at 690 degrees. Good. If I fold this my square at a point of 90, if I fold it, to have, I don't know what I'm going to have, but let us see. You'll have something different. You'll have something different from what we had. How do you call this? This shape is known as a triangle. Very good. It's known as? Very good. It is known as a triangle. If I open it, I still have a triangle. Yes, I'll have two sides. two sides of shapes of a triangle. So, if I take this big one, and I fold it like this, I have two sides of shapes, triangle shapes. But remember, this line here is the line that now divides this square piece of paper into two. In which shapes? In a triangle shapes. In a triangle shapes. So, can you have your piece of paper, square piece of paper? We are going to move together. Square piece of paper. Yes. As I told you yesterday, to come with them, you didn't know what I meant. This is what I meant by asking you to come with square piece of papers. Now get yours out. Let's move together. Fold it at a right angle triangle here. Fold it here. Fold it. What do you have at the end of it? You'll have now a triangle. You'll have a triangle. This means that the angles, this angle now changes. If you measure this angle, it's not now 90 degrees. If you measure this one, it's not now 90 degrees. The same as this, if you measure this one, is not now 90 degrees. Are you together? Now, very good. Can you now open it again? Using your protractor, I want you to measure. I want you now to measure. Measure one side. Place your protractor. Very well. Here. Put it here. On that line. Yes. What do you get? You use the inner scale because we are using this one here. Up to that point. Using the inner scale, 0 to 10, 20 to 30 to 40, 50 is this side, at the middle you'll get 45. Everybody, are you doing that? Which means that if I draw it here, and now, if I measure this using my protractor, I'll get exactly 90 degrees, which means from this point to this point is 90 degrees. Now we don't use that circular form, we use this. Are we together? Very good. Now this one is 90 degrees. That is what you had initially. Now you fold this paper. You fold it in this manner. Then you open it. Are we together? If possible, you can cut. Cut it. Let us cut it. Now, remember that we had a square piece of paper. Now, because we have folded and cut into two, now we are going to have a triangle piece of paper. A triangle piece of paper. Now, also, the same you can do to your pieces of paper, square pieces of paper. Now, I want you now to measure. Measure now this angle here. Measure this angle. What do you get? What do you get? Yes? Very good. You are getting 45. You are getting what? 45. Because if I cut it equally, I'll get 45. Which means that it is now cut into two. Now I'll have this and I have this. If you measure, you'll get 45 degrees. Here also 45 degrees. Very good. Now, can you now add 45 plus 45? What do you get? Add the values of angles measured. If you add, what do you get? Therefore, I'll take 45 degrees plus 45 degrees to get what? 90 degrees. Very good. So, this angle here, it is related to this another angle here. They are related. And how do we call them? This angle and this angle. How do we call them? They are known as complementary angles. They are known as complementary angles. Angles. Very good. They are known as what class? Complementary angles. They are known as complementary angles. So, what are complementary angles? Yes? Okay, very good. That's a good trial. These are angles that are up to 90 degrees. These are angles that add up to 90 degrees. These are angles that add up to 90 degrees. So, now, if I draw this line here, then I have this one, then I add this angle here, then I ask you to measure. Let us measure it. Have you drawn it? Making sure that at this point is 90 degrees. If you measure this one from this point to this point, what do you get? Me, I get mine to be 50 degrees. I get mine to be 50 degrees. Now, plus, I have to measure also the other one. This angle here, because this one, let us give it angle X, and this is angle Y. Therefore, now we have X to be 50 degrees. Y to be what? Let us measure. Yes. If I measure it, I now use the outer scale. 0 to 10 to 20 to 30 to 40. And I get it to be 40 degrees. 40 degrees. Therefore, y is equals to 40 degrees. Using my protractor, I'll get that angle x is 50, angle y to be 40. Now, these angle x and y are known as complements. They are known as what? Complements. Therefore, we say angle x and y are complements. Complements. Simply means that if you add angle x and y, it gives you 90 degrees. Which means that if you add angle x and y, gives you 90 degrees. Very good. Say 90 degrees. Say complements. Complements. Complementary angles. Complementary angles. Very good. My last question. Give me a set of complementary angle. Yes? 30 and 60. Is it true? If you add 30 degrees plus 60 degrees gives you 90 degrees. Very good. Now, in your exercise book, I want you to measure draw this and measure. Then we have A, B. Draw this and measure. Then tell me angle. What is the value of angle? Good. What is the value of angle A and B? Very good. Now, up to there, I would say that I'm very, very grateful for you listening to me. Until the next time, thank you very much.